Hey guys, how are you? You resting, Anna? Hey honey, you sweet mama. I think you're pregnant. Yeah, Belka, I think you're pregnant, you sweet girl. You hanging out with the chickens? Are they your friends? Yeah. You're such a good girl, Belka. Yes, you are. You sweet girl, mama. Well, the snow is on the ground and it's quite icy everywhere. It's February, it's cold. It's about 30 degrees and we're expecting to get lots and lots of snow tonight. And that does not mean that we can relax and forget about the spring, because spring is coming and we need to get ready. So I'm gonna go in a greenhouse and I'm gonna start taking inventory of what's going on. Hello friends, and welcome back to our homestead. As I've said, it's February, it's cold, it's snowy. We're expecting another 5 to 7 inches of snow tonight here in New England. And it's cold, it's very cold outside. But inside of my greenhouse, the sun came out earlier today and it warmed up. It's actually 42 degrees inside my greenhouse right now, and it's only 30 outside. So this is the time for me to take inventory of what I have, what I need, and better prepare for the sowing season, because it is starting for some things actually right now. So I use this awesome little tool. I'm gonna guys show you a little closer. It's called Clyde's Garden Planner. I've spoken about it last season, last spring, and I told you about how much I like it, because it slides and it tells you when is your last frost date. It tells you according to your location or approximately to your location. And then you slide to that line where I know this is going to be approximately my last frost date for my area. And I know what things I can plant outside, what things I need to sow inside, and so on and so forth. Also, if you look at any of the the seed packet, it will tell you when it needs to be sown before being planted outside in the ground. Okay, like, so for example, let me look at, this is my arugula. Let me grab something. Hold on a second. I have a basket of my seeds here. So yesterday, actually, I got together with a few of my gardening friends from my church and my local friends, and we did a seed swap. What is a seed swap? It's a wonderful event. You can organize it with just a few friends, like 5-6 people, or as many as 100 if you have a big facility. And it's a great way to prepare for your growing season. In the seed swap, it is a great way to learn from other gardeners and homesteaders to see how they store their seeds. Some of us store them in a basket, just like this, a simple basket. They can be organized by different seeds, say tomatoes, peppers, greens, herbs, whatnot, all in a row or alphabetical. Where other people prefer to use a binder with the different little packets where they can store their seeds, again, categorized by flowers, herbs, vegetables, that sort of thing. Where others use boxes, plastic boxes. Again, you can control how much can fit in there and where you can store it. I love to store my seeds in the refrigerator or in a cold place. I know other people don't do that, but that's what I like to do, simply because I know they will last a little longer, because not all seeds last forever. That is a myth. Not all seeds last forever. Yes, they can, some seeds can last a longer time, but does not mean that they're going to be very viable or produce good crop. Seed swap is a wonderful event where you can provide some refreshments, spend time together learning how to grow things, share ideas, share experiences. It's a great event. I encourage you guys to create a local seed swap where you are located. And like I said, you can have as many as 40, 50, 100 people come to your event to do seed swap. once I've been to a seed swap where there were many people, and it was an honor system where we had tables set up with our name plaques on the table with our seeds, and we walked around and we would say, okay, I would like some of your seeds, what do you have? And that person would share a few seeds with me, and then I would say, this is my table, would you like to take a look at the seeds I have for you to share? So that's a great way to open up to the community and teach others and learn from others how to grow your own food, enough food to feed your family for a year. That is a great challenge for all of you, my homesteading friends. Please think about growing food to feed your family, good quality, organic produce for a year. It's not a difficult task, but it's not a small task either. But it's something that we can learn and do for our families. So today I'm in the greenhouse, and I've decided to go through the shelving to see what I have, the trays I have, do they need to be replaced, soil that I have for potting soil, the fertilizer that I have, how much I have left, and if I need to get more. So this is what I am doing here today in my greenhouse. Also, it is a great time to start thinking about what you actually want to plant in your garden. I took a tour of my vegetable garden today, and I know it's all covered under the snow today. It's really, it's hard to tell what's in there, but I already am planning in my head, and I'm drawing little sketch where and what I'm going to be growing. I know I want to expand my gardening space to grow more potatoes. So I'm already planning on where I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it. I do know that it has to be far away from my tomatoes. So potatoes and tomatoes should not be near each other. So I'm already planning, where am I going to put my tomatoes and my potatoes? So it's a great thing to do early in the spring, way before the planting season, okay? And I'm gonna already start some of my seeds now in mid-February, especially those that are gonna be for early planting outside. So I went to a gardening center today to look for soil, for potting soil, and guess what? I was disappointed. Not much is out there yet. So I went to actually Home Depot, and I picked up some organic potting soil there. I've checked on what I have at home, so I will have enough to start my seeds soon. It's very cold to keep my seeds here at night in the greenhouse. It's going to be just as cold as outside, and we're going to go down to teens at night. So I know it's not a good thing to do to keep my seedlings tray here. So I'm going to bring them in the house, and I'm going to set up a growing shelves with lights in my house. That's what I do every single year. However, when the nights get warmer, I bring all of those seedlings in the greenhouse, and that's where they finish growing before being planted outside. So let me show you how I take inventory and things that I look for. I like to recycle all of my seedling trays and all the little pots. I like to recycle them, but before I put them away in the spring after their use, I wash them. I always wash them in a solution with vinegar and water. I know some people like to use bleach. I try to stay away from bleach. I just use vinegar and water, and then I rinse them very well, because I try to kill off any pathogens that might be left over in the soil that is in those trays. And then I just put them all to dry on the racks in my greenhouse. And then I look over and I see how much, if I need to get something new, if something is broken, something is expired. Like, for example, this shelf, this little rack actually has to go in the trash. It's been used for many years. I think it's done. But I have plenty other trays and other racks that I'm going to be using for growing. I also review to say if I have enough of potting soil as well. So like I said, I went to a gardening center today, and they didn't have anything for sale just yet. It's kind of early on. So I reviewed to see what I have now on hand, and I went to Home Depot to get some. Also, this is a good time to review. Oh, let me show you. Review what you got for gloves. Gloves don't last. And they don't last, so since, especially because I wash them all the time, they don't last. So it's a good time to also review to see if you need to get new gardening gloves right now and have that on hand as well. I also bring all the wood ash from my wood stove. It still has some charcoal in it. We're gonna sift it all out and use it for our garden as well. So I take inventory of everything that I have to make sure that I am fully ready for the growing season, really. So I have my natural fertilizers, including the ash as well. Even though it's still snow and cold outside, I'm going to organize all of my seeds, make sure that they're all fresh and good to go. So where are my beets? I'm going to put all my beets together. By the way, Detroit Red Dark, they're all my favorite beets. They produce the best type of long storage. I really like them. I even got some flowers because the bees love flowers. So a lot of these flowers have to be started early on, especially the perennials. So I organize all of them by category. So I have them all in here. So all my medicinal herbs and just for fun herbs, all of them have to be organized so I will know what I have, so I can start all of my seeds on time. And this is what I mean by knowing what your when you need to start them. Hold on, it's not zooming in. It will tell you when you need to start them. Sow on average soil, in a full sun, in early spring, and it will tell you when to start it, because even though the peas are very hardy, still you want to make sure that they will be viable. So I organize all of my seeds. You need to know what you've got, what you need to go and get, or sign up for a seed swap or seed exchange with your friends and other gardening friends, so you will be ready for the growing season. Take inventory of all of your tools and make sure that they're in good working condition. And if they're rusty, they need to be cleaned a little bit. These rusted a little bit over the winter. Needs to be all cleaned so everything is ready to go. I'm looking outside at my hoop garden, and I've decided that I'm going to be ordering new kind of netting for them, because the ones that I got last year on Amazon was not a very good, I mean, it did its job, but it's just not a very good quality, and it started ripping in some places. So I'm looking to buy a new netting, so please, to prevent bugs to get in and eat my cruciferous vegetables. If you guys have a recommendation, please share your recommendation, what you like to use to prevent from caterpillars and moths, that sort of thing on your greens, because I am looking to buy something new for this season. We had a great success last year, but unfortunately most of them ripped through the season. Okay, girls, I'm going back in the house. It's cold. You enjoy your hay, sweets. You enjoy your hay. And you keep your crown from freezing, buddy. You be safe, honey. It's going to be cold tonight, okay? Make sure you go sleep in the barn. Yes, sweet birds. How are you, Belka? You're such a good girl, Belka. And there's our Strudel, young girl. She's going to be also with the child. Oh my gosh, and there's Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo, you are wasting so much hay, big girl. So much hay. And here are the boys over there in the back having fun. All right, friends, on this note, I'm gonna go in a house. It's cold, and I'm gonna continue working and planning my garden and my seed sowing time. So friends, be encouraged and try something new.